Welcome to Sandra's Homespun Life. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I make my homemade lasagna. In my recipe that I'll be sharing today, there are no fancy ingredients. I won't be making my own homemade sauce. This is just a quick, simple recipe to throw lasagna together real quick, but it's also very good, so don't think that it's not, because I'm not making my own sauce and all that stuff. It's just a very basic, very simple, but very good recipe. So let's get started. Here are the ingredients that I'll be using for my lasagna. I have 2 pounds of ground beef, a pack of mozzarella cheese, and I've went and diced up a little bit of sweet pepper and some onion. And I'll be using these oven-ready lasagna noodles. Now, I get this particular brand at the Dollar Tree, and for $1 you can't beat it. They're really good lasagna noodles, and they're just as good as any name brand I've tried. And I'll also be using a jar of spaghetti sauce. Use your favorite brand. It doesn't matter about what you use. Just pick out your favorite. Now, this particular one that I like to get has the chunky tomato, garlic, and onion in it. That's the one I use. And then I'll also be using some Parmesan cheese. For my next step, I've added my ground beef to my cooker, and I'm just going to take this little chopper thing and break that ground beef up. And next, I'm going to add my diced onion and my diced sweet pepper. I'm just going to mix that up real good together and allow it to fry along with the ground beef. So I'm going to continue to allow this to cook. And I'm going to just continue to break up the ground beef as I go. I'm going to allow this to cook completely through. Now, if there's a lot of grease left on this, I'm going to be draining it after it's finished cooking. So I'll bring you back then. My ground beef has completely cooked, and I drained off the excess grease. So my next step is to add the spaghetti sauce to the hamburger mixture. I'm just going to take this big spoon and mix it all together. Okay, I'm going to move this to the side. And I'll be using one of these little aluminum pans. If you have a 9x13 casserole dish, you can use that. I just like using these little aluminum pans for anything like lasagna, because after it's done, I can just throw it in the trash. So the first thing I'm going to do is put a thin layer of the sauce into the pan. And basically we're just going to be layering this like you would a lasagna, with the noodles and the meat sauce and the mozzarella cheese and the Parmesan cheese. So that's enough right there to get us started. And next I'm going to add a little bit of the mozzarella cheese. It doesn't take a lot. And then I'm going to put down a little bit of the Parmesan cheese. And then the lasagna noodles. So I'm going to keep repeating this step until I get all the sauce used up and ready to top the lasagna with the last layer of mozzarella cheese. For my next step, I'll be covering this pan of lasagna with a piece of aluminum foil. My oven is already preheated to 350 degrees. I'm going to allow this to bake for about 45 minutes, maybe 50. You want to make sure to take it out and check it, make sure that your lasagna noodles are good and tender. And then from there, you can just remove it from the oven and serve it that way. Or if you prefer, you can take your aluminum foil off, stick the lasagna back in the oven, and turn your oven to broil setting and brown your cheese a little bit. It's just whatever your preference is. So I'm going to get this in the oven and I'll bring you back when it's done. So I've tried the lasagna, and the fork cuts down through it very easily. The lasagna noodles are real tender, and it has a great flavor. So this is a win-win for a quick, easy recipe for lasagna. Great for those busy evenings where you just want to throw it together real quick and go. So I hope you've all enjoyed this video, you all. Until next time.